Hi, my name is Craig Collins, and welcome to What the Warehouse Show. With me on the line, I have Dean. Dean is from a company called Distribution International. Dean, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So, Dean, tell us a little bit about yourself, and how long have you been in the supply chain distribution operations industry, and then a little bit about your company.
Well, my name is Dean Williams. I work for Distribution International. We are a distributor for installation and some construction products. Been an operation manager for maybe 5 years now. Um, Before working for Distribution International, I worked for Motion Industries, who is a industrial distributor. Right up my alley.
Right, right. So I was online on the Distribution International website, and you have an incredible range of products. Do you stock all of those products in your New York operation?
The New York location is primarily in insulation. Other branches do HVAC as well as home insulation. Um,
Okay,
we're more building.
right. And how many SKUs do you stock typically in your operation?
Roughly a little over 100,000. In my location, we probably have maybe 3 to 5,000.
Okay. And how large is the warehouse?
The warehouse is about 25,000 square footage.
Right, right. So just for our viewers, the types of products that we're talking about are installation products that are used in building materials and in buildings. Now, where I'm from in South Africa, it's quite interesting. Although most of the building work is done with bricks, we have single pane glass. We don't use insulation much other than maybe a little bit of fiber insulation in the ceiling. And because the temperatures never get down, to freezing, even we have a lot of wind, but the houses are all drafty, and we let the weather in. I'm sitting in New York at the moment, and outside it's sort of 2-3 degrees, and it's not even snowing, but I'm cold if I step outside. But inside, it's really, really comfortable. So, for a lot of our viewers are international, they don't even understand how you can survive in these -20, -30 degree climates. And it's because of products like the ones that Dean's company supplies. Now, Dean, your typical customer is building industry, correct?
One more time.
Your typical customer is the building industry. So is it building contractors that place orders? Who's placing the orders?
It's actually more installation companies. So
Yeah.
installation is usually maybe like the fourth or fifth step in the construction of a building. So where a certain company would be hired to build the building, they would get certain customers to whether they're doing the steel or the bricks. They'll hire an installation company to come in during that process to complete that task.
I understand. I understand. Okay. And then just give me a feel. How many people are working in the warehouse, and how many orders do you typically process in a day?
We have in the warehouse about 15 to 16 employees. We're doing about 80 to 90 tickets a day.
Right.
It's a mix of customer pickups to deliveries.
I understand. And then just let's discuss a little bit about the technology that you deploy. I mean, you've got chemicals and chemical products in the warehouse as well, correct?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so do you track lot numbers and batch numbers?
Unfortunately, not yet. We don't have lot numbers. We have certain areas that we know that we keep this particular product or this particular chemical, and we know that some of them we have to keep in a cool, dry area. Certain ones we know it can't be elevated temperature. So
Yeah.
the warehouse plays a very important role of accuracy and quality of these
Right.
products.
And do you use technology for that at all, or is it predominantly done by paper?
Well, we use our operating system is Oracle, which is
Right.
primarily inventory based, which works very well for us.
That's the NetSuite product, correct?
I'm sorry.
Is that Oracle NetSuite?
Um, I don't know. I can't lie to you. I don't know the technical term for it.
Right, right. And then do you use barcode scanners or anything like that, or are you picking from paper sheets?
It's paper and sheets, not yet. We are getting there to that point. Hopefully
Mhm.
by the end of this year, we'll be able to incorporate that into our business.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, it's almost essential when you have a large number of SKUs and as that business grows. On that basis, are you seeing a lot of growth in the market or in the business?
Right now for this year started off very well for us. I think every market is still recovering from COVID. As every month goes by, we see the increase. There are always slow down times during the year, but so far this year, it's been very refreshing.
Right, right, right. And then what is your sort of what keeps you up at night? What are the real sort of pains or challenges that you're faced with in the warehouse?
Um, Accuracy.
Right.
Um, our business, our company is driven off of our quality and our customer service. And so the worst thing that we could hear is one of our jobbers went down to a delivery for a job site at a specific time and we have the wrong material or we're missing material. That's the worst thing because
Yeah.
our customers, they have time slots. They may only have 1 or 2 hours that they're hired for to install that installation. And if we're late or if we have the wrong product, we hurt them and their business. So we have to be accurate every single day. So
Yeah.
80 tickets, you have to be accurate every time. And that's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially with the range of product that you carry, when you have this huge number of SKUs and the guys are having to move quickly, that's when it's so easy for a mistake to creep in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great information. And, a lot of our audience are people that are in the warehouse. They're doing the same type of thing, and we've all got the same type of challenges. But obviously, certain industries like food industry has a bigger influence on expiry dates and lot numbers and tracking than the building material. However, building material, and our audience may not know it, but building material is very sensitive to making sure you can trace back if there is ever a problem later down the line. For example, in South Africa, a building collapses and then you have an investigation and need to understand where did the material come from. So that traceability is as important in an industry like building as it is in the food industry.
Yes.
So, so yeah, you're in a complex operating environment. You are moving 80 tickets a day, and you have to be really accurate. And this is why we have professionals like yourself running these warehouses.
Yes.
So yeah. And just let us know where is your warehouse? Where is the operation?
We're in Long Island City, New York.
In Long Island. Oh,
Technically Queens, New York.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Great. So we've sort of established that you're using an Oracle accounting system. You have a lot of SKUs, and the challenges that you're faced with is accuracy. And those are all really, really key and fundamentals to running a warehouse in any country in the world. And this is what I love about this industry is that it doesn't matter where we are. It's say I've got a customer in Jamaica who also does building materials. And it's not insulation, it's more lighting and lighting products and power products, but they have the exact same challenges there. Yeah. So yeah, where should our audience go to find out more about your company?
They can go to Distribution International, www.distributioninternational.com. Our
Excellent.
website is very interactive. So whether if you're looking for a particular product and there are specific sizes, it's it's very helpful on the website because it'll show you the different sizes. You could, break it down between unit and measure. It's really hands-on. It goes a very long way. It shows pictures of the item, so if you don't know what it looks like, you can at least get a very good visual of the product.
Right, right. And I mean, I took a quick look, and you do everything from safety gloves through to chemicals and paints through, and that's obviously the larger part of the organization. And you down in Long Island stock most of the installation products.
Yes, so we pride ourselves in being a great one-stop shop. So if you do come in for installation products, say if you come in for fiberglass pipe covering, you could actually pick up some PPE while you're
Yeah.
here, or some safety gloves. It's
Yeah.
very helpful for our customers.
Sure. Do you have an over-the-counter operation for trade to walk in, or is it mainly place orders and then collect and deliver?
Actually, pickups are one of our biggest part of our business.
Yeah.
Uh, because it's New York and customers, there's always the hustle and bustle. The New Yorkers never have time. They're always in a rush. So we pride ourselves in the concept that our customer comes in, they place their order, our warehouse guys pick it, pull it, bring it straight to them, help them load it in their vehicle, and send them on their way.
Yeah.
So they could drop it off and then come back an hour later and do it all over again.
Incredible.
It's a beautiful, beautiful routine.
Yeah, New York is interesting that way. I love the energy of the city. Whenever you land, even though you're not at the in the city yet, you land at the airport and you can feel the buzzing energy around you. It's an amazing place. How long have you been in New York?
I've been in New York majority of my life.
Right.
I'm 40 now, so about 35 years.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Yeah, Dean, it's been really good to have you on the show, and I'm sure that our audience will love, hearing about what you guys do. Take a look and check them out on distributioninternational.com. And then thank you everyone for tuning in. Dean, thank you very much for being on the show. Really appreciate it.
For having me, and I appreciate your time.